Hello students, it's me again, Ms. Ruth, volunteering for the public schools in Oakland, California. Today's lesson is about bar lines and measures. And you should know that measures are sometimes also called bars. In fact, quite often. So the bar lines are these vertical lines that you see in your music right there. And those bar lines divide the music into measures. So there's the first measure, the second measure, the third measure, and the fourth measure here. So they could also be referred to as the first bar, second bar, third bar, and fourth bar. We use these to keep everybody together and to be able to find our place in the music. So when you look at your music, you will have your own staff for each instrument. And on that staff there will be some various notes distributed. So here is an example here. And sometimes your teacher will ask you to start at staff 1, or maybe the second staff, or maybe the third staff. So those you've already learned from other lessons. Then you can see the bars or measures in each staff. So what I did was, sometimes you will find those numbered in your music. So measure 1, measure 2, measure 3, measure 4, etc. Here would be measure 9, measure 10, measure 11. So your teacher might ask you to start at measure 5, or your teacher might say start at the second staff, the first measure, which might be numbered measure 9 or not. But you have to be able to follow your teacher's instructions and find your way through the music. Because a teacher, once you got the first 4 measures, is not going to practice those over and over. They're going to start at measure 5 or whatever. So there you see the bars, the bar lines highlighted, and the measures numbered. Sometimes they will only be numbered like every 5 measures, or maybe at the beginning of each staff. So you have to be able to pay attention to all these things to find out where your teacher is telling you to start. So your teacher might tell you to start at measure 15. So there's measure 13, 14, and 15. That means you would start there. If your teacher says start at measure 10, this one's already numbered measure 9, so you can start at measure 10 right there. Or you can start at the second staff, second measure. So all of these things are ways of navigating through the music. If there are no measure numbers, that's when your teacher might tell you to start at the third staff, right there. Or maybe the third staff, the third measure, 1, 2, third measure, right here, starting there. And the last thing that you need to know is at the very end, you will see a heavy line and a thin line, and that means the end. If you see dots there, that means you're going to repeat, but you will learn that in other lessons. This is the end of your bar lines and measures video. See you next time.